Do you have kids who are learning their letter sounds and segmenting words, but when they start to attack an unknown word, things fall apart? Do you have kids who are trying to sound it out, but they look at the word sun and they say, s, nut? Do you got blending problems like that? Then you're in the right place. Do you have kiddos who can't even get past the first sound or the second sound? Then I've got a solution for that too. In fact, we're just going to show you how one super simple activity and one decoding strategy can move the needle with kids who have blending problems. And many kids have blending problems that you may not realize are blending problems. I see blending problems with 5th graders, with 10th graders. They break down when they start to work on multi-syllable words because they never really got super good at blending single syllable words. And so that carries into the multi-syllable words. So Switch It teaches segmenting, phonemic segmentation, phonemic manipulation. It teaches letter sound knowledge. It teaches alphabetic principle, the concept that our English language is a written code. It teaches left to right tracking. It teaches decoding, really basic decoding and early basic decoding and spelling. All of those things are wrapped up into just that one activity. And yet there's still something missing. Read It fills the gap. And so it's a great thing to pair with Switch It. So I'm super excited to show it to you. We got started with Switch It, right? And it's super helpful. But it's not a blending strategy. We always were giving students the sounds and rather the word. And so they didn't have to blend the sounds to make a new word. So they don't necessarily have at this point the skill of seeing a set of letters and making a word out of it. So that's a big issue and we don't want to not skip over that. So that's where Read It comes in. And Read It is using the other side of the Switch It board, the dry erase side. And we use, of course, a dry erase marker, and what kid doesn't like that? So it's also engaging just like Switch It was. And we're going to teach a blend as you read decoding strategy. And before I show you a video of that, I want you to think about the mainstream ways that we teach sound it out or blending. There are 2 mainstream approaches that I see, and I'm going to represent them with some PBS programs that I just love. In fact, I think I was a kid when this song was on PBS, and I can't play the song because I don't have the copyright, but this is a cute little example of the one Muppet talking to the other, and he says, this is how you read. You put them all together and speed it up, and that's what reading's all about. And he goes, You go, and he just goes over and over again, and he speeds it up. You go I can't even do it, and he gets to man. Okay, so that is what I call the sound equals word approach. You say each sound individually, and at the end of saying them individually or in a segmented fashion, you say what the word is. Does this work? Is this what we are mostly taught to do? Actually, yes, it works for a lot of kids, and that's why we keep seeing it. Maybe you learn to read that way. That's what I call sound equals word approach. But I have to agree with Jennifer, who says that does not work for all kids. So that's the issue, okay? And you don't know who it's not going to work for until it's too late. So it doesn't work for kids with low literacy background. It may not work for kids who are new to the English language. It may not work for kids with weak phonological memory. Because what we're asking them to do is remember all the sounds that they've said and then come back to it. And so if they have a weak memory system, why would we ask them to do that? Okay, so I encourage you to dump the sound word approach and choose blend as you read, which I'll show you soon. This one particular approach, again, it's the onset and the rhyme. Wet. Put it together and try to figure out that the word is wet. Does it work? Just like the Sesame Street one? Yes, it does work, probably for half of the kids, maybe 60 or 70% of the kids. I don't actually know. It will work to some extent. But again, just like the sound approach, it doesn't work for everyone. And I know if you've been teaching reading for more than 3 months, you have encountered kids with the blending problem. And you've probably tried one or both of these, and you've probably seen nothing happen. And you've seen them blend, and then, they read the word black, they read all the sounds in the word black, and they say back. Or they read the word shop and they say hop. These blending quirks are because they are not using a continuous blending strategy. And so that's what I want to show you. I'm encouraging you, instead of doing sound, word, or onset rhyme, and teaching a lot of rhyme units, I'm encouraging you instead to put the sounds together as you go, not waiting till the end. So let's head over to a short video of Blend as You Read. So this is an activity. The activity, read it, but we're teaching the decoding strategy of Blend as You Read. So it's a kindergarten boy with a speech difficulty and a reading difficulty. In fact, those often go together, and they often go together with blending problems. So he's come a long way in a couple of weeks. I don't remember exactly how long, but now he's blending a 4-sound word with the 2 adjacent consonants at the beginning. And if you are with us in the Level Up Your Reader's Achievement Challenge, you know the adjacent consonants at the beginning are the hardest, but it also starts with a continuous consonant, so that does help him. And instead of him saying slap, s, l, a, he's going to do something different. He's going to put the sounds together as he goes, all right? And that is the key insight. It's such a little thing, and yet it's so powerful for moving the needle. So I'm excited to show you guys this thing. Let's show the example of Blend as You Read with the word slap. Okay, let's put these sounds together. Okay, what are the first 2 sounds?
S,
Put them together.
o,
Put all 3 together.
o, ap, slap.
Nice. Okay, great job. You put the sounds together. Now say each sound. Beauty. Okay, let's erase and say the sound.
Can I redo this one?
Sure. You want to fix your ah?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, much sharper. Okay, now erase and say the sounds. And that is indeed the last step of a Read It. As the teacher and the student erase each sound, they do another phonemic segmentation, another letter sound identification check. So they go s, l, a, p. So they're erasing and reinforcing letter sound knowledge, reinforcing segmenting. But did you see him do the Blend as You Read approach? He never said s, l, a. They were connected from the beginning. The SL together, then the SLA, and then once you get to the vowel, you can hold it, you can kind of sing it, sla, and once you get to the vowel, you're home free, because the last sound or the last few sounds are a lot easier to put together. But getting over that hump of the 2 initial consonants or the vowel, that's the hard work. But we can coach them through that, like I was doing with the card, covering up the rest of it so he focuses attention. And also if it was, a word that had a consonant digraph, like, I'm not thinking of a good one, something that starts with a TH. Okay, maybe it was the word throw. We would cover up the T, we would reveal the TH and the R and get him to put the first 2 sounds together. Oh, okay, so it's not about the letters, it's about each sound. First we put the first 2 sounds together, then we put the first 3 sounds, and so forth through the word.